What's happening, everyone? Just coming on for another weekly wrestling rant. This is a rant where I go on and talk about the wrestling I consumed over this past week, from Monday Night Raw to NXT to Dynamite to SmackDown to Rampage and Collision. It was one of those kind of weeks today where I was just watching everything, or attempted to. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Keep up to date, engage. Let me know what y'all think about it too. I know we got a lot of wrestling fans out here, and a lot of old school wrestling fans too. So first off, let's talk about this past week's Monday Night Raw. The show was the show. Of course, everyone's talking about going up to the leading up of Braun Breaker and Jay, which Jay should finally get him a singles title run. It ain't gotta be long. He's popular enough where he don't need an extensive run like that, but he does need him a singles titles run right now. He's super over with the crowd. And Rhea and Liv situation, that's still entertaining. Dom and Priest and the rest of Judgment Day, that's still entertaining too. The Monday Night Raw match, there were the match. It was a lot of storyline driven stuff, which is fine. I prefer the matches make sense. But truth be told, somewhere midway through Raw, I fell asleep. That 3 hour shit's been wearing on me. I just dozed off. When I woke up to see Jay getting speared by Braun, and to see Liv and Priest in the ring getting beat up by Judgment Day. I woke up to see all that. I was like, okay, so that's what happened. All in all, I don't think I missed much of the show. Now we move on to NXT. When CM Punk was there, which was great, he cut a promo, and a girl, Roxanne Perez, came out and interrupted him, which I thought was hilarious because of the fact she was like, "You're in my way." Well, you interrupted me. I was like, yeah, you gotta come on now. I know NXT is the training ground, but we got to make logical sense, though. You can't say someone is in your way when you interrupted them. I'm like, you kind of defeat the purpose there. But that wasn't even the start of the show. That was at towards the 8:30ish or whatever hour. But at the top of the show, Ethan Page was out and Trick Williams were out, and scuffle ensued, and next Trick Williams getting powerbombed to a table. Okay. All right, okay, and that was fine to set up their match or whatever, because technically Trick didn't lose to Ethan. So Ethan powerbombs mixing them up now. So Ethan powerbombs Trick through the table. Nancy and Punk comes out, cuts his promo. Roxanne Perez comes out, interrupts him, and says her little spiel. And he's CM Punk's gonna be a special guest referee for another match at NXT, which is good way to hype up NXT, especially since it'll be in Chicago. That's fine. Then after that, I don't know, because somebody started cutting the promo. I don't know whether it was the girls or the guys or who have you, but I fell asleep on that too. Next, I woke up, NXT was watching me. Oh no, it wasn't even NXT, it was USA, because I had fallen asleep. It was after 11 when I woke up. So that's with NXT. Then we got Dynamite, and we start off with Jericho and Pockets. Jericho and Pockets were the first thing you see on your TV if you want to watch Dynamite. And they had a long match that need not be as long as it was, with a goofy finish that need not be what it was. Jericho needs to retire. He needs to retire now. Like, not years later. Not do a retirement tour like Sting did, like Cena's doing. No, he just needs to call it a day and play with Fozzy. Okay, that's all he needs to do. Is call it and play with Fozzy, because good grief, it was just sad to watch. It was so sad to look at. Then we got the rest of the nonsense on this program. Ricochet and Ospreay are having a match in the next 2 weeks. Are you serious right now? No build up to them having a match at all, other than the fact that they fought in Japan years ago. Who cares? seriously, who cares? It's like, it's a dream match again. Same thing with Nigel McGuinness and Daniel Bryan. They fought in Ring of Honor 10 years ago. How many years ago was that? Are they the same people now? Because I know Daniel Bryan isn't. He's been beat up. His body's been beat up over the years. He's got a concussion after concussion, and you mean to tell me, knock it off? It's not gonna be that. It's not gonna be the same type of match as it was 10 years ago. Same thing with Ricochet and Ospreay. Sure, they can do all the flips and all that stuff, but come on, okay? Good grief! I just want to see these video game matches where they do all these crazy moves where nothing hurts anybody, and no one just pops up like nothing's wrong. Ugh. Just aggravate. That's just annoying to see. It's so annoying. It's no reason for them to have this match, none whatsoever. And the stuff that Moxley doing is just utterly confusing. I'm like, what is happening right now? He's coming here cutting these weird promos for these weird B movies nobody saw. You can tell he's memorized some lines and just interjected some wrestling terms into it. I'm like, dude, what movie are you quoting? At least quote a movie we recognize. I don't even know what this is from. Like, good grief, man! You come out there, you got Claudio beating up people. You're asking, where's Will Yuta? Who cares what Will Yuta's doing? Like, seriously, who cares? You haven't made him a factor in this program at all. So why should anyone care about him? Let alone the Bullet Combat Club or whatever you want to call themselves. Who cares? It's just such a waste of time and talent. It's such a waste. Oh my gosh! Then we got the main event. The main event. The main event, as the match started, I forgot who was in the main event because I know it put me to sleep. That's how long and how boring it was. They have these little goofy matches that don't mean anything. Have no meaning whatsoever. And I'm just like, I'm so over this crap. And I just fell asleep. I dozed off on it. But my takeaways from that, Jericho needs to stop. The EVP suck. They really suck. I mean, as Jim Cornette refers to them, the Hardley Boys, the freaking Young Bucks, man, just awful. They need to go away. And so does Jack Perry. He's like 2 feet tall, weighs 12 pounds. Like, dude, you're not a tough guy by any stretch of the imagination. Then we got SmackDown, where the highlight of SmackDown was honestly the one-on-one Roman Reigns had with Cody Rhodes in the middle of a field at Georgia Tech. That was cinematic. It was very cinematic. And it was amazing. I love that segment. The rest of SmackDown, I couldn't tell you what happened on it. I don't know, other than the beginning where Jacob Fatu. Anybody else want to pat down? That was great. I love that part. But the rest of it, I couldn't tell you what happened because I tuned a lot of that stuff out because it was getting boring until Roman and Cody part. That woke me up, and I was there for that. And then when Bloodline was out trying to take out Kevin Owens and Tama Tonga, he was on the mic. Get the mic away from him. What is happening right now? Oh Lord, no. It was terrible. Let Jacob do the talking. Please let Jacob talk and not him. But he was on the mic. He said random stuff like about orders on a tribal chief instead or whatever. And they will go after KO. The DIY was going to help them initially, but they beat them up in the back. And then them having a match with the Street Profits that just got thrown out because it was just chaos. So I'm glad the match just got thrown out. It wasn't no winners, wasn't no losers. Just got thrown out. And they made Jacob Fatu look actually vulnerable because he was taking bumps, even though he was selling it and everything like that. But he would get right back up. So they make it seem like he's human, but at the same time, he's a tough one to deal with. So that's gonna be a good dynamic. I see how they're gonna play on that good dynamic with Cody and Roman and Solo and Jacob. Now, big takeaway from that I got from SmackDown was the promo that Roman and Cody cut. It definitely looks like it's leaning towards a heel turn for Cody. It's a slow heel turn, but not a dramatic one. It's a slow heel turn. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't help Roman out a lot during the match. You know what I mean? He made sure he didn't get beat, but he wouldn't like stick his neck out too far for him, and the crowd gonna start to turn on Cody. That's how Cody gonna go through his heel turn. So that was the big thing from SmackDown. Then we move on to Rampage that I recorded. I started watching it. I fell asleep on it immediately. It looks so empty in there. I'm like, what is happening right now? I seen I don't know who did a flip. I seen somebody flip. I'm like, all right, that's enough of this. And I was done with it. And then we go on to Collision. I guess they're trying to tie Collision in with Dynamite to make some of the matches make sense, but it still doesn't, because it's just like, hey, why are these people having it? Because Real Yuta was there, and I'm like, he was backstage. I'm like, don't give him a mic. He doesn't need to talk either, because good grief, man. These promos are hard to watch and listen to, and I stopped, so I fell asleep on that too. So that was my weekend of wrestling. A lot of me dozing off in between because I was bored out of my mind, and I didn't have any it didn't hold my interest. The stuff that did hold my interest was top notch. When I held my interest, it was top notch. But other than that, man, I was just drifting in and out because I'm like, this is bad. This is just bad. I mean, you got people on one network who just, all they do is just drone on and on. I'm like, all right, just shut up and wrestle. And then you got people who all they do is wrestle. I'm like, somebody say something interesting, or at least let the moves act like they're doing something. I'm like, ugh. But this week was a week in wrestling. All in all, I give it on a scale from A to F. I give it a C as far as that goes. I give it a C rating for wrestling overall. I mean, I see they're trying to build stuff up, but you can build it with excitement. Just same like they're doing with Cody and Roman and the Bloodline. They're building. It's exciting. Like, I want to see what happens next. A lot of stuff, I don't care what happens next. I don't care at all. So hopefully we got this Monday coming up. Let's see. We got this Monday coming up. See if Raw can put on a better show. So same as NXT and all the rest of them. But I'm pretty sure NXT is going to be better because it's going to be in Chicago and CM Punk's going to be there. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be a better showing. Same thing with Monday because they got to build up more hype for the pay-per-view. So I'm looking forward to this week being a better week. But yeah, last week I caught up on some wrestling that week. So let me know what y'all think. You're good, you're bad, you're ugly. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe so we can talk more about this together. Hey, we can get stars on Facebook. So yeah, show love, show support with stars too, because we can do that now as well. So I'm thrilled about that. That is such a big deal. So stay tuned, y'all. Let's keep it pushing.